Boom. All right, what's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about God's money, or gold and silver. You guys, these two proven chaos hedges or safe haven assets are looking like especially appealing investment opportunities at this time in the wake of everything that's going on in the macro. Okay, so fundamentally they look good. Technically they look pretty darn good, so we're going to hop into the charts as well. We'll kick off the video by reading through this little summary as to why gold and silver are looking appealing to me personally at the moment. And then after we cover those fundamental bases, we'll dive into the charts in the back and talk some technicals, talk to you guys about some promising upside price targets for both gold and silver spot prices in the case that we can see some more short-term upside. All right. So after we do all that, after we talk gold and silver on the charts, we are going to be hopping in to a good old sponsored review of a very cool gold related company by the name of GoldMing Inc. Okay, so we'll take a quick look at GoldMing Inc's homepage. Their ticker symbol, if you guys want to go check them out, is GLDG. That is on the New York Stock Exchange. So go check them out if you're interested in taking a look at their charts. Stock at the day of recording did pretty darn good. So that's very nice to see, very validating. We'll take a look at their website. We'll hop into a few pages I feel are relevant to share with you guys in their investor presentation. And if you guys are interested in keeping up to date with any news they release, GLDGnews.com. I'll link all of their websites and their ticker symbol in the description box down below. You guys, when it comes to sponsored reviews on this channel, on any channel you ever watch, always make sure to do your own due diligence, do your research for yourself prior to investing. All right, so shout out to GoldMing Inc. You guys, these are the people that make it all possible. And again, in an environment where gold and silver are looking so appealing, I felt like it worked out perfectly. Okay, so thanks to GLDG. That said, we'll top into the charts right after we read through this bad boy once again. So why gold and silver? Gold and silver equal chaos hedges, as I just said, equal safe haven assets. As many of you know, our primary focuses here on the channel are revolutionary sectors: crypto, EVs, green energy, biotech, etc. Unfortunately, as you're all aware, growth markets have been experiencing extreme fear lately. During times of fear, investors seek out safe haven assets that they believe will keep their wealth safe during times of macroeconomic uncertainty. This is where gold and silver come into play. God's money, the good old legacy inflation hedges. Gold and silver stood the test of time, and again, in this current environment, they have proven as chaos hedges. The S&P, the triple Qs, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ were both down over a percent today, and gold and silver absolutely crushed it today. Gold and silver miners, any companies involved in the gold and silver space in the equity markets did very good as well. Okay, again, like GLDG in this case. So from a technical perspective, gold is shaping up pretty nice. We are on the daily candles. Gold and silver, again, you guys, we talk a lot of growth sectors around here, but gold, so we're used to a lot of extreme volatility, a lot of rapid swings. Gold and silver, although they do have the potential to see exciting price action, like we've definitely seen in the past over here, big drops and big climbs and big falls. For the most part, they are a little more stable than the majority of equities that we frequent here on the channel. So that's why we're sticking to the daily candles here, keeping it a little more macro. Like this price target right here is for mid-May, so just keep that in mind. All right, but gold, when it comes to short-term technicals, is looking pretty good. Let's just zoom here, talk about the short-term. We'll zoom out and try to justify these price targets a little bit, okay? And multiple scenarios that I personally see playing out. So gold and silver both seeing a beautiful spike to the upside today. Again, couple days where it went up, fell off for a few days, and we're seeing a nice big jump up today. So there's multiple lines of resistance right now that I'm looking at, because gold is still technically in a downtrend from the all-time high that it set back in August of 2020. Don't know how many of you were around for that gold silver rally of 2020, but we've been covering gold and silver on the channel for a long time, if you guys think this is anything new. Anyway, gold saw its all-time high at just under $2,100 per ounce, of course, in August of 2020. Since then, it has been in a stark downtrend. So, touch point here, creating a line of resistance on the long-term downtrend. I like to see that at this moment in time, we have broken above that. We broke above it for a little bit here, for a week or so here, came back down below it, and I do like to see that we are now once again above that line of resistance on the long-term downtrend. But we do have one more hurdle to cross when it comes to the more medium term. Okay, so since this touch point right here, June of 2021 and this touch point right here of August 2021, we have been in this wedge pattern, this symmetrical triangle pattern. Now, the way the macro is shaping up, it's looking like gold is going to break out to the upside. Sometimes symmetrical triangles usually resolve themselves in the direction of the overall trend. You could argue that gold is in an overall downtrend right now, but you could also that it's an overall uptrend, because just looking at this chart, it looks pretty damn bullish, okay? So right now, gold actually printing somewhat of a bull flag when you really zoom out like this. And again, in the wake of a lot of macroeconomic uncertainty, the stock market's not looking too hot. I do think it's very likely that gold actually does break out to the upside here. And if we do break out to the upside, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see another climb to gold's previous all-time highs, considering commodities overall have been underperforming relative to the stock markets, to again the S&P, the NASDAQ, tech sector specifically. I do think it's time for some commodities, in general, to see some love. So let's talk about what is actually my preferred precious metal of the two, or of pretty much any precious metal, honestly, is silver. Silver's always been a more appealing asset to me personally than gold. But hey, to each their own, right? But silver, as you can see here, zooming out, this is silver's decade high. Okay, so before I preface this is a reason that this is what really makes me bullish on silver as well, is the fact that silver's all-time high was back in 2011 at $50 per ounce. In 2021, when gold saw its all-time high at $2,100 per ounce, silver was only at $30. So it was pretty much just above half the value of its previous all-time high back in 2011. Okay, which fundamentally makes me very bullish on silver. Silver has a smaller market cap than gold, of course. So it is more exciting when precious metals pick up, when gold sees upside. Silver sees heightened. Whether gold sees upside or downside, silver will pretty much see the exact same price action, just at a multiple. So if gold is going up, gold goes up 1 or 2%, silver may go up 3 or 4%. And just my risk appetite as a trader, it's a little more appealing to me. And again, it's way below its all-time high, set way back in 2011. Okay, so silver, kind of a similar thing going on here, but silver is in a little more, it's almost flipped, right? So silver is in this shorter term downtrend. If you use this touch point right here on this more medium term downtrend, silver is just bouncing off. And you can see as I'm recording this video, we actually just perfectly bounced off this line of resistance on this more medium term downtrend. But again, given the wake of everything going on, silver is just looking good on the charts. A lot of things like daily Stokes are currently to the upside. RSI is on a clean path to the upside as well. I do think it's likely that silver does break this line of more medium-term resistance and ultimately come up here to test the line of resistance on this longer-term downtrend right here. Okay, so touch point is silver's 2021 high right here, $30. Multiple touch points right here, confirming the line of resistance on that longer-term downtrend. I do think silver can make a quick climb up to $25 over the course of the next couple of weeks, and if we break that, that's when things really get exciting. And I do think silver ultimately will come up to test this previous line of support here again. Support, proven support, bounced up, tested, proven as new resistance. TA 101, previous support becomes new resistance. If we do see that happen, I do think it's very likely that silver comes up. If we do see the break of this overall resistance on the downtrend, I think it's very likely we could see a rip up to test silver's 2021 high. Again, a lot of resistance here around $30. That would happen on April 4th if it plays out just how I drew these targets. But again, always go draw your own trend lines for yourselves, you guys, because ultimately the point at which these trend lines are tested is what matters. So go check them out for yourself. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in the case of this breaks. And again, just in the wake of everything going on, there is a lot of fear in the overall market environments. And again, what we saw today is just a taste of what can happen when the markets in general are feeling fearful. And again, investors at scale are wanting to pool their capital out of, say, tech sectors and push them into chaos hedges, into again, these safe haven assets that gold and silver have proven to be over the millennia. Okay, so that's gold and silver. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about gold and silver. If you guys are holding any gold and silver miners, if so, what are you holding? But again, look forward to seeing your guys' input downstairs in the comments. That said, let's hop in to, once again, the sponsored review of GoldMing Inc. Once again, ticker symbol GLDG. Not looking at the charts today, but at the time of recording, looking pretty good. So good on them. Anyway, GoldMing Inc. is acquiring and advancing gold projects in the Americas. They got goldmining.com. That is their website, which is pretty sick. They nailed a good domain name. I'm not going to look at anything on the homepage, but again, you guys always go, if you're considering investing in these projects, go check out their websites for yourself. Again, you can check this one out, GLDGnews.com. Enter email if you want to stay up to date with everything that they're doing. But we'll take a quick look at a few pages on their investor presentation. Pretty extensive investor presentation, which I really like. That's obviously better than it being just a couple of pages, but I'll just go over a couple of the pages that we typically go over that I feel like is good base level information for you guys to have prior to potentially going to do your own research for yourself. Okay, so gold mining, a unique combination of sizable resources and balance sheet strength. Multi-million ounce gold equivalent resource, portfolio of large, highly prospective gold and copper projects located in mining-friendly jurisdictions in the Americas. Gold Royalty Corp, 15% ownership, successful IPO raising, 113 million Canadian dollars on the strength of gold mining's assets, 127 million in cash and equity holdings, strong financial platform, sufficient funds to maintain an advanced portfolio, 20 million US dollars BMO facility, 20 million GROY shares at $4.94 and $1.1 million Canadian dollars in cash. Prime for growth, dual-pronged approach. Advance the existing gold mining portfolio, including pursuing partnerships and JVs, continuing to evaluate accretive acquisition opportunities, evaluating spinouts and disposition opportunities, including rare uranium project. And actually, you guys, the CEO of this company, I believe, is the CEO of UEC, or Uranium Energy Corp, which is actually a stock in the uranium space that I like a lot. So we'll check that out after a couple more pages here. Gold mining assets, a diverse portfolio of projects throughout the Americas. These are all the projects they're currently working on right here. You can see some numbers. Feel free to pause the video if you like. Global reserves and resources are in decline. A serious reserve crisis is looming for the sector. Total gold reserves of select companies over time in millions of ounces. So again, when the reserves are going down, that's good old supply and demand economics. You'd recognize that from Bitcoin, or stock to flow economics. I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Supply and demand as well, but stock to flow plays into gold as well. That's actually where stock to flow that you may have heard in the Bitcoin space actually originated was gold. So keep that in mind. The lower the stock, the more demand there is for the flow, and that's the thing about gold. Okay, so we're not going to look at all this. This gets a little more specific, but again, go check this out for yourself. It's all relevant information if you guys do want to invest. But let's go to the bottom here, take a look at their team, and then we'll call it a day. Okay. So go to the very bottom. Where is the team? Again, a very extensive investor presentation, which is good stuff. So all this good stuff right here. Not going to read through all those, but good stuff. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like. This is again just multiple bullet points on why this company does have a lot of appealing aspects to it. But we'll go down here, take a quick look at the team right here. Okay, so Amir Adnani, chairman, entrepreneur, CEO of Uranium Energy Corp. So I'm sorry, he's the chairman of GLDG, but he is the CEO of UEC, a uranium producer, chairman of Uranium Royalty Co. This CEO is Alistair Still, former Newmont director of corporate development, geologist with over 25 years of experience in corporate and project development, exploration and mine operations with Goldcorp, Placer Dome, and Kinross Gold Corp. President Paulo Pereira, geologist based in Brazil with over 25 years of experience in exploration development in Brazil and Canada, including development of new business opportunities for juniors. So again, you guys, don't just bet on the horse, bet on the rider. Don't just bet on the car, bet on the driver. Here's another deal. A strong team leads to strong performance within the company, and it's always good to see qualified individuals operating these platforms, okay, or these enterprises. So that's that, you guys. We'll call it there. Again, check out goldmining.com. Check out GLDGnews.com. I'll link all of that down below. You can check out their ticker symbol on TradingView if you want to check out their chart, GLDG. And yeah, just let me know what you think about them. Again, you guys, we appreciate our sponsors. They're the one who keep the lights on in the Waves Capital offices. And yeah, just show them some love. It really means a lot if you guys give the video a like and whatnot. So again, I'll talk to you guys downstairs in the comments about whatever you want in regard to good old precious metals. Hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you next time. Until then, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.